guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Mary here. I hope you've had a wonderful week. Today I am just fully enjoying the sunny weather outside and seeing all the squirrels run around because I love squirrels. I think I've had a lot of questions over the last few months about photography and what kind of gear I use and how to improve on content. A lot of people now are starting businesses, starting podcasts. Maybe you want to even start your own YouTube channel, and I'm sure you have a lot to contribute because everyone has so many gifts, and I love watching channels of people who are really good in a certain area, and I learned so much from people. I am going to be going through my camera bag. I am not one of those seasoned photographers who have been doing it since, you know, the Stone Ages, 12 years at least. I have only just started myself really because I've been photographing for about a year and a half now, and even though it comes quite naturally to me, praise the Lord, but just investing into the right gear and going to TAFE and paying for TAFE, spending that time practicing a lot and shooting a lot, I hope that what I can share with you is going to kind of accelerate any delays that would possibly put you off from buying a camera, starting your own creative endeavor. So let's get into the video. I started out shooting on Nikon, on George's Nikon to be exact, and I really loved it, and I'm not sure why I swapped over to a Canon camera, but I don't have any real preference. If you're a Nikon shooter, please don't say, oh, you know, you should have gotten Nikon, because I don't really mind what I was shooting on, and I'm happy to use kind of any camera as long as I'm able to practice on it. But once you get used to a camera, I think you should stick to that particular brand unless you are a real professional and you can just swap over anytime. With gear, lenses are really expensive. Possibly once you choose a specific brand, it's honestly just easier to stick to it. The camera that I'm using is a Canon 60 Mark II. It's not as light as Sony or certain kinds of cameras. The lens that I have on this that I bought together as a package, this is the 24 to 70 millimeter, goes down to an aperture of 4. I didn't realize with aperture, the lower the aperture, the better, lets in more light. If you are looking into any sort of lens, I know that you guys probably want to save on money and be budgeting when it comes to a camera. What I found is it is so much better to invest into a lens that goes down to at least 1.4. It will never be a waste of money when you put in money to buy a kit lens and it's a crop sensor camera. The quality is not kind of what you are going for. If your goal is to get better quality images, investing money into that is not actually a bad thing. If you think about the long term of content creation and the things that you want to grow in your own life, if you want to start off in a really good way, definitely go for a full frame camera and a prime lens that goes down to an aperture of 1.4 or 2.8. So much better for the content that you get in the end. I love this camera because the screen, it flips out. I have done a few videos on this as well as self-portraits. There are lots of YouTube tutorials on how to do that online. This next lens that I'd like to show you guys is my favorite lens. This is the lens I got because I didn't realize at the time what apertures all meant and like how much light comes in. This is a very affordable lens, the 50 millimeter 1.4. All my portraits that I have gotten that have really been striking, the depth of field is really nice. It's more 3D. I just think this lens, it's absolutely brilliant. If you are wanting to start a YouTube channel or create video content where you have to kind of sit at a distance, the 24 millimeter or the 35 millimeter would be better, or 24 to 70 f-stop 2.8. Go for a lens that has a wider angle if you're doing video. If you're a seasoned videographer, you would say differently because obviously you would have lots of lenses, but if you're filming, definitely go for something that is like 24 to 35 because then you wouldn't have to put the lens like super far away. Kit lenses are also very good for filming if you're just using it for filming and not for photography. I have loved shooting all the weddings on this. I could literally shoot a whole wedding on this lens. When you are shooting a wedding or a very high pressured event, it is important to have lots of batteries. I own about 3 of these batteries. I do not want to panic when it comes to running out of battery. I want to have plenty of battery because when you use flash as well, it uses a lot of battery power. In this little container here, I have my off-camera flashes and I have my little converter because I use Apple, so all my SD cards go into this. I just got this on Amazon. I put all of my SD cards in this little pouch, or my camera batteries. One thing that I would like to invest into is one of those rectangle LED lights. You can shine things specifically to bring light into a really dark room. For weddings, that is really amazing. Definitely show you guys once I get it and how it goes. What I normally use is this Amazon's Basics flash. Some of you camera snobs are like, what the heck? One of those things that I wasn't able to afford at the time. As you know, flashes, Canon flashes, those standard ones are so expensive, and there's lots of different alternatives, but normally you have a little plastic cover that acts as a soft box. You can get ones that are round or square, and you can try different angles. The room is like white at the top and how you can bounce light. Sometimes this works for me, and other times I will put a plastic thing over the top. I like to get another one of these, probably a different brand. These are my battery chargers. This one does all of the big batteries for 60 Mark II. The one that I own here is the battery charger to the camera that I am filming on. I will put a photo here of what it looks like. It is the Canon G7X Mark II. I invested into that because I did not want to be carrying a heavy camera everywhere I went, and I still want to document the little details for my videos in the future. It's just been absolutely amazing. Captured so many personal memories on this camera. Worth the purchase. I like this one because the screen, it flips up when you film and you can see if you're in the shot, whereas like a lot of cameras, my big camera and that camera, all the screens flip up or flip out. Easy to do. I love this camera, this big camera, so much that I want to get a second one this year. If you are looking into buying a camera, go for buying more expensive lenses than the actual body. It's important to buy a camera body that is a full frame, because then your images aren't going to be cropped to a smaller size. I've just put this camera cap on the lens. It came with the lens. It keeps the rain and the sun from getting onto the lens. You can get a ND filter, which is a neutral density filter. You have to get different sizes because every lens is slightly different size, so it's quite a investment to get ND filters. I have personally not gotten them. If I continue to shoot in summertime in Australia, I would definitely get ND filters, because then you can get nicely lit photos where it's not overly exposed, and it just helps you in general. Consider getting a glass protector if you feel like your lens will possibly get scratched, because it's better to invest into a glass protector than getting your lens ruined. The first one I have is this Jessup's bag. I put my Canon G7X Mark II in this. It's from John. I haven't bought a new one because this one is completely fine, so that's what I put mine in. And the second thing that I got is from Emily Runala. I love you! So I got this bag from Emily Runala. It's a Lowepro bag. It's her old one, and I have just been putting all of my gear in it for the last year and a half. I have my flash pouch. I have this pouch that is really good for my 70 to 200 lens. That's the lens I haven't shown you guys. Wait, I completely forgot. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm back. Oh my goodness, how have I even forgotten this lens? That is just crazy. This bad boy here was very expensive, but I love him very much. This is a Tamron, and this is a 70 to 200 millimeter lens. It goes down to 2.8, and guys, one of my images that I shot on this lens got an award, and it's just like such a good lens because you're shooting from so far away. You get like those really beautiful candid shots. Another photo that I got complimented on a lot was actually a wedding photo, and people thought that it was a family photo. It really wasn't. But this lens, man, it was expensive, but it is definitely not as expensive as if you bought a Nikon or Canon lens. Especially Canon lens is so expensive. This one has a Canon mount. You can get a different brand, but they'll have a Canon mount or a Nikon mount or a Sony mount, and you can just attach it to whatever brand of camera you have. Honestly, you could literally hit someone over the head and they could get a concussion with this lens. I probably would just do it by accident on myself. This bag that I got for Christmas, it's a Tarion bag, and I will probably use this for all of my wedding shoots that I go on. You can fit in all your lenses and your DSLR, and then this is a rain cover that goes over the bag. And you have this laptop pouch for if you want to back up photos, and you could put your hard drives in there. These are my SD card holders and my hard drive pouches. In this bag here, I put all of my SD cards. This cleans the lens. These are actually just old glasses cleaners. I just put them in. This hard drive is so amazing. It actually plugs into both a USB port and also the new USB-C, I think it's called. This one is 2 terabyte. I got this from, oh my goodness, what's it called? JB Hi-Fi. This one has, you know, the USB-C, but it also came with USB one, and I lost it. I don't even know where it went, but it came in the box together, and I'll probably be getting another one of these. Let's see. Yeah, let's see hard drives. This little pouch was given to me by Taru. I love you, Taru. This has like the map on it, and I just adore the world map. These little plastic sleeves came with the SD cards to keep them safe. I also have my adapters that I got from Apple. You can put an SD card into this, a USB thing. During TAFE was when I couldn't plug things into my laptop because my old laptop had crashed, and so I got these. I think that's about it. I think I haven't missed anything. Oh yeah, one more thing. In 2020, if you were looking for an amazing bag, I invested into this amazing bag that goes with literally all of my outfits. This brand is from Sweden. Sweden make amazing things. I feel like everything I own that is my absolute favorite, like my planner, they're all Swedish. Thank you for creating beautiful things, Sweden. I love IKEA. This bag has been on all the weddings, all the family portraits, all the brand portraits. You know that I have my photography bag, but I also love using this bag as well. If you are wanting to get into wedding photography, family photography, portrait photography, do it with people who you feel safe and comfortable with, such as your friends and your family members. Once you have been shooting for about a year, definitely start charging for your work, because it is very expensive to do photography. There's a lot of back costs that people do not think about. Your time is worth something. You can't just keep doing stuff for free. If you want to gift it to someone or you're volunteering for a cause, that is a completely different story. I have absolutely loved photographing for friends and family. It is such an honor, and I have really gotten so much practice out of doing that. Most of my photos that I have done over, you know, the last year, they were kind of more like assignments. I have gotten so much inspiration off of Pinterest while developing my own style and editing in the way I want to edit. If you are wanting to edit on your phone with a Lightroom preset and you don't have any money for cameras or Lightroom, like Adobe Suite is so expensive, being able to have Lightroom on your phone and then buying a packet of presets from your favorite Instagrammer or photographer, you can edit all your photos consistently every single time you post, so then you don't have to go to all the trouble of buying a camera, getting the Lightroom subscription. So if that's an easier way for you and you're not quite at the point where you want to get a camera, that is completely fine. Do what you need to do. I will link 3 different photographers down below that I really love. There's quite a few that I like following. This has been such a spontaneous video. It has been highly requested. I hope all the tips that I've given you can use somewhat of an idea of where to start, and that you start producing the beautiful images that you want for your creative endeavors and all that God wants to do with you. I am currently booking 2020 and 2021 weddings in the UK, in Australia, and in Europe. So let me know if you are and send me a message. I would be so honored and so excited to be a part of that. If you like this video, please give it a like and subscribe for more videos. I will be filming a lot more videos outside this house and doing a lot more interesting things due to the change in seasons and the fact that me and John now have a car to drive around in England. It is so exciting. Definitely stay tuned for those adventures, and hopefully all the content that I give you guys can help you in some regard and just encourage you. And if you want to see any videos from me, please comment, because I definitely want to create videos that you want to see. Bless you guys. Have a wonderful week, and I will see you in the next video. Bye! Mwah.